What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the channel, everyone. We are currently on the test server. In today's video, we're gonna have a look at a brand new strategy on how we can one-shot Bommal the Dreadhon boss in the Doom Tower, floor 90, hard mode, a team that will work for every single difficulty. First, I want to give a massive shout out to my buddy YST because he's the one that actually made this new meta Bommal 90 one-shot, world's first. 100% world's first. I haven't seen nobody else to do anything like that. So big shout out to YST. And I need you guys to do me a solid favor, okay? I'm gonna leave the link to this video in the pinned comment. Please head over and drop him a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. He recently actually said that he's gonna go full-time as a content creator in Raid. Let's show him why the Raid community is the #1 community out there and show him some love, guys. So the thing with this team, the new fusion champion, right? I tried him as well on the Bommal in a different sort of team and was landing the bombs. After the bombs expired, they get replaced with poisons, and I felt like he was filling up the debuff bar very quick with poisons, and then no bombs were landing on the boss to kill it faster. What YST did actually, he used a few ally attack champions and relied on the A1, because the A1 has a chance to land bombs too, a 50% chance, a triple hitter. This team is not 100% win rate, okay? You need to have the RNG on your side, so the champion actually lands the bombs with the A1. So if that 50% chance doesn't proc per hit, you're gonna have to retry it a few times. But if you're struggling with this awful boss, okay, if you're struggling with this awful boss, you wanna beat it every 3 months once, sometimes you might wanna farm it, I would probably suggest you, yeah, give it a go. If you have the champions to do it, you need an increase attack champion and you need 2 ally attack champions. Then you need a champion that's gonna land weaken because that's gonna give 25% extra damage to bombs. And you're gonna need a fusion champion that we currently have going on at the moment. Now I'm using this team right here. I have Krella for increased attack. The reason why I'm using Krella instead of Arbiter is because like this is gonna allow me to kill the waves faster, you know, because she's gonna deal more damage. Arbiter, she's not really gonna do much, but you can replace one of these ally attack champions with Arbiter. Now, if you're gonna run Krella and a different ally attack champion, keep in mind that Krella's ally attack is random, so it's not 100% sure that the fusion champion is gonna join her attack, so you might have to retry it even more often. That's why I have 2 Longbeards. I don't have a Lonataril on this account actually, because I haven't done the fusion, but he was a good replacement for one of the Longbeards. And like this, the champion is gonna go with the A1, attacks 3 times at random. Each hit has a 40% chance of placing a bomb debuff for 2 turns, which is pretty nice, because if the RNG is on your side, 2 ally attacks, you're gonna have 2 bombs, 4 bombs, 5 bombs, 6 bombs, depends on the RNG. You're gonna have weaken from a different champion. The reason why I went with a Helicat, and YST actually used the Helicat as well, you need a champion that lands weaken and nothing else. You see right here with the ally attack, he's gonna drop the weaken. You wanna make sure you are dropping the weaken before the bomb champion, the fusion champion, is gonna take a turn, and he's not gonna fill all the bar with bombs. You wanna make sure weaken is on as well, and like that you're kind of like gonna make it work. Plus Helicat is gonna carry a bit the rest of the champions through the waves. The waves are getting pretty tough with the team that I have right here, so an Arbiter for a lot of you guys might be better, because you're gonna get to revive if needed. I actually set my presets spot on, the skills, how to use them, to make sure I don't have issues on the second wave. Presets are playing such an important role, so I'm quickly gonna walk you through it. You see, he's not using any of these skills on the very first round. On the second round, he is using the A3, but he's gonna take enough turns to have it available again by the time he gets at the boss. And when we get at the boss, he's gonna open with the A3, then he's gonna move over to the A1, and hopefully he's gonna land even more bombs, and then the boss is just gonna melt, you know? That's kind of like the idea behind it. Helicat, on round 1, I'm not using any of these skills. On round 2, I'm using them both, but I'm starting with block damage, because if no, the enemies are gonna melt me. And right here, we're kind of like, if I have this available, he can use it. If no, we can actually go with the A1, because in case if he misses to land the weaken from ally attacks, he still has the chance to do it, because he's 1 speed faster than the fusion champion, you know? Then I have Longbeard, which he's not using the ally attack on round 1 or round 2. None of them actually, because I want to make sure I have it available for round 3. And if I'm killing the first wave too fast, then Kraylash is not going to get the rest of the skills on. So I got to make sure everything is spot on, you know. And then on round 3, they're both opening with the ally attacks. You see they're a bit faster than the Fusion Champion and the Helicat to make sure they're taking their turn before. And then we have Krayla, which can be replaced with an Arbiter, for an example. If you are using an Arbiter, you don't need to have so high speed on the rest of the champions, because she's going to increase the turn meter too when she increases the attack. So that will ensure that they're going to go before the boss. The boss has 250 speed exactly on stage 90 on stage 90 hard mode, sorry. And it's going to get lower and lower depending on the stages that you're doing. So I have Krayla. Round 1, she can do whatever she wants. She's going to use the increased attack. Round 2, if I have available the A2 right here, she can use it. If no, it's fine. Don't use anything else but the A1. And here, she can start with this. Now, I have her on Relentless. I haven't managed to get her to proc Relentless at the boss just yet, but that might help me to land more bombs to increase the chance of this team to be more consistent, you know. I gotta say it, I've done around 15 rounds to get the RNG for one of them to happen. It's actually pretty hard to get it done, because it's only a 50% chance to land the bombs per hit, you know, and you want to have a lot of bombs. So it's quite a bit of RNG, and mainly it's because of his A1. If he's not landing the bombs, we're not going to be able to damage the boss, you know. So right here, Krayla starts with an increased attack. She's going to use the ally attack. She's not going to use any of this skill on the second round. Now, this wave here is not a big issue. The second wave is a bit harder, because if they stun you and you have a skill on cooldown, when you're going to lose the stun, the skill is not going to get decreased. You actually need to take another turn. So if your skills are not spot on the preset, you're going to get everything messed up once you're going to get at the boss if you want to do it on auto. And I'm using the A3 on the Fusion Champion here. If he gets stunned, that can happen as well. So I won't have that skill available when I get at the boss. That's why maybe it's a bad idea not to use the skill here if you have enough damage, if you can keep your team alive. But because I'm using Helicat and I'm prioritizing everything in order, should be more than fine. So we have one ally attack after Krayla dropped the increased attack. You want to have increased attack before the bombs are landing, because that's when the damage is going to get increased. A3, more bombs. A1, more bombs. We actually got lucky with 3 bombs, and bang, just like that. 1 minute and 11 seconds, 31 turns to melt the boss, and we have Gnishak with 838k damage. The rest, they dealt a bit of damage as well. Let's do another run. Let's see if this time around is gonna work or no, because there is quite a bit of RNG in the run. I'm gonna show you the builds at the end, guys. And maybe I should have stopped the A3 on the Fusion Champion. Let's give it another go here. See, the first wave is getting melted without actually using any of the important skills. These are the problem. Fushans, then we have a Coronars. Can be pretty annoying. So now we need to take 2 more turns in order to have the A3 available for when we're getting at the boss. He got stunned, so we need still 2 more turns after the stun expires. If no, we're just not gonna have it available. And if that happens, I'm gonna have to back out of it and start another round, you know, just to be spot on. Even though it seems like we should be able to do it. So he took 1 turn, he needs another turn. Can he overlap the enemies? He's gonna overlap that Fushan. Probably yeah, he did. Spot on at the limit, you know. If he wasn't overlapping that, we would have been in trouble. So we only landed 1 bomb, no weaken just yet with the very first ally attack. This time around, we landed the weaken, 0 bombs. You see, that's where the RNG comes in play. We landed the bombs now. The A1, we landed another one. We just don't have enough bombs. We still managed to do 50%, more than 50% of his HP in damage with that. It's just that you gotta retry it a few times in order to make it work, you know. He needs to land the bombs with the A1. That's the only problem. If this would have had a higher chance than the 50% fully booked, it would have been a bit better. 60, 65, 75, it would have been amazing. But hey, we cannot have everything. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna stop this skill here. Let's not use it. just to make sure nothing wrong is gonna happen, and we're gonna reduce the bad RNG. It's gonna take a bit longer to kill the waves though. We're still gonna have enough damage on the second wave. See right here, he actually landed all the bombs there, pretty nice. I don't want to kill this wave too fast either, because I want to make sure Krayla, she's getting the skills in order too. She got the extra turn. That's what I need on the boss. So I need her to land increase attack and get an extra turn and use the ally attack. So I have the fusion champion going even more often to try and land the bombs with the A1. That will definitely increase the chance to land the bombs, you know, to have a higher success rate. So one champion got stunned there. It's not a problem if he's getting stunned now because he didn't use the A3. We're gonna have that available at the boss. And that should be pretty much game over here. Okay, let's see. No extra turn again, unfortunately. No bombs landing from his A1 either. No bombs landing from his A1 either again. And if you see that somebody's getting resisted in here, yeah, it can happen. It's just the RNG. We had bad RNG. He has like 400 plus accuracy. It shouldn't happen because you don't need that much accuracy on this boss. But damn, very bad RNG this run actually. Even worse than the previous one. Let's give it another go. Maybe we're gonna make it this one. How I mentioned, it took me over 10 runs to do a successful one before. But then once I've done the successful one, I clicked record on the video and here I am. So maybe I just had bad RNG, you know. But it's pretty nuts to have this team going on crazy like that to one-shot the boss with the bombs, huh? It's nice. Very nice. You can't do that with War Mother because she doesn't land bombs with the A1, unfortunately. But it's interesting to see that we can actually do some crazy things with the Fusion Champion. I love one-shotting bosses in the game. That's kind of like my favorite thing. Back in the day when I made the one-shot Septimus on every single dungeon, that was so crazy as well because no one else was able to one-shot bosses. But Septimus, he was smacking too. Now we have so many solid champions, and still not a lot of them. Actually, Dracomorph used to one-shot the golem, used to hit the minion and the surplus damage, wreck the boss. That used to be super fun too, but then they nerfed it because it was a bit too OP. That's what they said. You see, so this wave takes a bit longer. Takes a bit longer. Still no extra turn from that Relentless, man. Like, what is happening? 2 bombs weaker, nice. Can we land 2 more bombs? Come on. 1 bomb, okay. Okay. We need him to land more with his A1 after. 2? Come on. Ah, just 1 more. I think we needed 1 more bomb and he would have been dead, man. 1 more bomb and he would have been dead. You see, that's what I'm talking about, RNG, guys. That's what I'm talking about, RNG. My team is gonna get melted here before the boss is gonna die, actually. I'm pretty convinced. Oh, we actually managed to win like this too. But there we go. 1 minute and 34 seconds. 36 turns instead of what we got before. It's still pretty good. If you are struggling with this boss, you gotta beat it once every 3 months, right? To pass from floor 90, then the lower ones are slightly easier. This team will work on every single one of them. Let me quickly show you the stats that I have on the champions. How I mentioned, Krayla can be replaced by an Arbiter, and most probably for the majority of you guys out there, if you're struggling with survivability on the waves, Arbiter will do a much better job at keeping your team alive. So my Krayla is in Relentless. I just gave her tons of speed to make sure she's going first because I need an increased attack before the bombs are landing. It's very important. So these are the stats that I have on her. You don't need Relentless because it didn't help me at all. I wanted to try something with Relentless, but it doesn't proc on the boss at all. I thought that maybe I'm gonna be cheeky and make it a bit more consistent, but it's just not happening at all. Who knows how many runs I gotta do for that to happen. Masteries are not very important. You can have whatever masteries you have on these champions if you're using them in clan boss or anywhere else, you know. So that's something that's not important at all. The fusion champion does need to be booked in order for this to work, guys. If not, the RNG will be even crazier than what you've just seen. I should have a long beard at +1 somewhere. There we go. He used to be on Relentless, but I had to increase his speed, so I just use some broken sets. Right now I have a speed, a crit damage, and something else. I just needed to get the speed. I still need him to do some damage to kill the waves. If not, he's gonna be much slower, you know. So 257 speed. He should be either the second fastest or the third fastest. Maybe the other Longbeard is actually a bit faster than him. Lona Taril actually can be a great ally attack champion too. Cardial. Yeah, 257. They're both on equal speeds, you see. They have a bit of damage in there as well. He's on a 2 speed sets, 1 crit damage set. Masteries, both of them, they have War Master. They have very identical masteries because I'm using one of them in Faction Wars. And who else we had in here? Helicat. Where is he hiding? There we go. It's just like from my clan boss team. I just slightly adjusted his accuracy. So I changed the chest piece from a defense one to an accuracy one to have over 300 accuracy. And you need around 330 for a floor 90. But that's pretty much what we have. 255 speed. You can actually have less than you have on the Fusion Champion. But in case if the ally attack fails to land the weaken, he's gonna get another chance at attempting to land the weaken before the Fusion Champion gets his turn, you know? So kind of like up to you guys, whatever you like. You see, masteries, that's what we have on. And I have the superstar of the show, Nishak Verminlord, aka the Fusion Champion, because that's how I've been calling him for the entire duration of the video. I just have him built on perception sets. Lots of attack, 254 speed, so he was the slowest in the team, but everybody over 250 speed. If you're using Arbiter instead of Krella, you can get lower speed because she's gonna increase your turn meter too. I have a lot of accuracy. You don't need that much accuracy. 330, that's kind of like what you need. But you see, even with 495, we were getting resisted every now and then because it's the 3% chance of getting wrecked. That's kind of like how Raid Shadow Legends works. 6.1k attack. The more attack, the more damage you're going to drop from the bombs. You want to make sure the champion has increased attack before the bombs land because that's how you're going to get the extra damage. Just so you guys know that too. And masteries, offense, support. I actually have Giant Slayer as tier 6. You can use Eagle Eye if you're going to prioritize him for Arena, but I feel like he's going to do a solid job the way he is. And yeah, this is pretty much everything, guys. This is the team. Big shout out to my buddy YST again, and please don't forget about doing me that solid. Go and show him some love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think about the team? I wanted to drop a video as well on it just to kind of like raise awareness that this champion can actually do this with the right setup on the boss. So maybe more people will be like, okay, maybe I'm gonna do the fusion, maybe I'm not, but it's kind of like to give you guys a different perspective. How I mentioned, appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.